Welcome back to the Leader's Tool Chest. My name's Keith Koger. It's been a minute since I made any content. I've been so busy with reading books like this fantastic book, Burn the Boats by Matt Hagen, Mistakes That Made Me a Millionaire by Kim Perrell, and No Rules Rules. Very great book. Extremely interesting. But other than that, I've been busy with a lot of different things. I started a new side hustle, Eclipse Dynamics, where I do additive manufacturing and 3D prototyping for small businesses, large businesses, aerospace. There's a bunch of different groups I'm working with. I'm also looking to potentially represent a metal 3D printing company. We'll see if I hear anything from them here soon. But there's a bunch of different options I have, and I'm going to have it down in the links below. If you're looking for any 3D prototyping, come see Eclipse Dynamics at eclipsedynamicsamerica.com. You're probably saying, Keith, where have you been? What have you been doing? More than anything, I have been in a reflection stage. Over the last couple months, my job's changed. I got a promotion. Super awesome, super exciting. But within all this time, I've been really getting down and understanding more about what I want to do with this YouTube channel, with additive manufacturing in the background, with all my continuous learning. I've found that it's more important for me to identify things that really help and inspire me to be able to impart that on you. So I've really been hyper fixated on what kind of content has been helping me grow. I've been identifying a ton of optimization processes as far as, I don't know if you guys have been watching all this Claudebot stuff. The AI tools are going to absolutely impact leadership here very soon. If it's not already happening, it's going to be happening soon, and I hope everyone's paying attention to this. I did a bunch of videos last year. I'll put some up here, but more than anything, I think it's continuing to see what is helping me grow so I can help you grow. So I think that's what I'm going to be pushing more and more for here in 2026. And I think to kind of get started off this year, I'm going to show you a couple things that'll kind of help you get started and how to give you some hyper growth for this year. So let's get into it. So I've broken today's video up into 3 parts. The 3 parts are AI, attitude, and articulation. AI has become so much more than a buzzword. It's absolutely impacting every part of every company. They still haven't completely figured out how all these parts are going to impact all these different groups within organizations, but I can tell you it's happening right now. I know there's a bunch of different companies that are exploring and essentially they're giving people tools and they're letting them figure it out, which is, I mean, that's how every company kind of figures things out anymore. They don't have all the greatest ideas in the world, so they release things and they let people's creativity and give those parts to empower people. I think it's an incredible way to make things happen because creativity is an amazing thing. But when you give a human being the equivalent of a bulldozer when they had a shovel before, you're going to see incredible things happen. Like I said, I think everyone should really be focused that AI, it is an empowerment tool. It's a steam shovel in the time of pickaxes. And I think as this thing continues to grow and evolve, we're going to learn more and more how we can leverage these tools that help empower you to give your people more capability and to help you be more successful. Part 2, attitude. So you're saying to yourself, Keith, I already have a great attitude. I want you to know there's no such thing as too good of an attitude. I know there's been this great big pushback on toxic positivity, but I will tell you, I haven't really seen it. Of all the people that I've met, people just have a lot of sensitivities to a lot of things right now. And I think the most important thing you can do is maintaining a positive attitude to create that atmosphere for your employees. And I think if you're really taking the time to understand all the people around you are facing all these different things outside of work, politics especially, it really does go to show we're all experiencing life in different and interesting ways. But what can we do about it? We can be positive forces for good. And I think that is a very positive and important aspect of how you come into work. You're stuck with these people sometimes that you're not exactly sure you want to be around them. This is where we are. Let's build a positive environment around it. You are the one that's building your culture. The culture is the people. And I think it is a very important factor. If you are positive, you will cultivate that environment. It's not always going to be perfect, but you have the power to do that. So a little subplot on the attitude thing. I think more than anything, the greatest thing I have done over the last couple months is really being reflective, understanding where I've been, looking where I'm going, and understanding how thankful, how blessed I am, and really sitting back and saying to myself, like, where did I start at a few years ago in this journey of leadership? Where am I now? Where do I want to go? I think when you sit back and you're able to take a retrospective look at all the things you've done, it really paints a clear picture of, wow, I've done all these tremendous things. Now I'm moving on to these other greater things. And it gives you an emboldened view of how much you've already accomplished. And I think when you start really sinking in and pushing out all the noise, really focusing on all the things you've accomplished, it helps build that momentum, build that strong foundation of positivity. And I think you're able to continue to focus and grow and build your team out the way you want to. And I think honestly, that's all we need to really get further in life, is to continue building up the foundation. And that's what propels us into the future. And if you're saying to yourself, I don't really know how to continue building on positivity, I think you should get a notebook, start writing down the things you've done, and then just go back and review those every so often. That really helps you grow and understand, wow, I really have a logbook and a diary of all the things that I've previously accomplished. And I think it also helps you go towards your goal settings. And then all this just continues to compound as you're moving up in your career. And I think these are great tools that you can use to grow and climb to that next level of your next mountain. Part 3, articulate. Having a large vernacular, having a large vocabulary goes a long way. But I love the fact that Jeff Bezos, whenever he does any writing, whenever he tries to do any type of public speaking, he tries to maintain an 8th grade reading level. I think that's very important. He understands the value of speaking people's languages. And I think really he's hyper fixated on trying to get the most information out to the most people so that they have a comprehension and understanding of what the plan is. I think that is an extremely valuable lesson. I don't know how many times I've been working with teams and they come back to me multiple times saying we don't fully understand exactly what needs to be done. I think your ability to go execute quickly depends wholly on your ability to articulate what the plan is. So what I'm trying to say with all this, how clear and succinct can you make either your directions, making the team projects? I think if you sit back and ask yourself, like, how many times have we missed opportunities to go faster because people had to come back and continue asking you, what did you really want in this, boss? Or what is it that I could have done? I think a lot of the problems that I've seen over the last couple of years, no one does any postmortems. And you're saying, Keith, what's a postmortem? It's after a project is completed, you go back and you evaluate all the things you could have done better. Lessons learned is the best way to kind of describe that. I want to see more and more in 2026, people having more lessons learned so that they can continue to improve. It's what AI is going to do. That way, the first time you ask for something to be done, it's done correctly to where you don't have to go back and redo work. I think if you get to the point where you're able to articulate problems, look at what are the possible solutions out on the boards, I think if you're able to do all that, you're going to be able to be successful and go faster in whatever industry you're applying this to. I'm in the aerospace industry, and we absolutely have highly complex solutions that we're always working on. But one thing I have found, if we're able to articulate what we really want to try and get accomplished quickly, and then the team's able to go out and accomplish that quickly, you're going faster than the rest of the industry. And I think in 2026, this is going to be the year of AI taking a part of pretty much everything, emboldened to go faster and accomplish more in this new era of AI. So with all that, 2026, we're going to be off to a hot start. I've got a couple different irons in the fire, Clips Dynamics, my job, a couple other cool things. The book reviews we're going to continue doing. But I want to ask you, if you can, give me a like and subscribe. It helps the algorithm. And realistically, if you want to see more of this content, more of AI-driven innovations and 3D printing, just continue to leave me comments in the sections below of what else I could cover that maybe interests you, maybe something you'd like to see. I really think that 2026 is going to be an incredible year. And I think that you have the power to be a better leader and to learn about all this new technology and how it can empower you to go faster. So I hope you have a great day. Thank you.